For now, though, we're going to northeastern Canada, where this afternoon the temperature plunged to minus 16 degrees Celsius in Churchill, Manitoba. Pretty cold for us people. Not cold enough, it seems, though, for the famous polar bears of Churchill. The ice in the enormous Hudson Bay is usually frozen by now. That means the bears can cross the icy surface to hunt seals to eat. But it's not frozen yet, and there are concerns some polar bears have begun to eat their own because they can't get to the seals. Is it another terrible consequence of climate change? John Gunter is the general manager for Frontiers North, a tour operator which takes people to see the wild polar bears. I spoke to him on the line from Churchill and asked what evidence he had for what they're calling polar bear cannibalism.
We had a group of guests out on the tundra last week. There was a group mainly of professional photographers, and there have been a few accounts of polar bear infanticide and polar bear cannibalism this year. And our guests had, I don't know if it's an opportunity, but our guests had an opportunity to witness one of these events occur. It's not something that we normally see. In the last 25 years, one of our guides who's worked with us for over 2 decades has seen this occur 3 times. So it's not normal, and I think what makes this a news story is that this account was one of at least 4 confirmed cases that have occurred this year, and there are a few more being investigated by Manitoba Conservation at this time. So there's a researcher from Canada, Dr. Ian Sterling, who in his 35 years of researching the polar bears in the West Hudson Bay near Churchill, he's personally seen this occur once. So this is it's an extraordinary year in terms of polar bear cannibalism and infanticide. So is it an act of desperation, or some would say a survival instinct by the polar bears? The theory right now is that our bears, the ice, we're about, I'd say at least 10 days or almost 2 weeks behind what's typically referred to as freeze-up of the Hudson Bay. What is important about freeze-up is the bears in this subpopulation of polar bears have been on shore for the last 4 months fasting and conserving their energy, again waiting for the ice on Hudson Bay to freeze for their opportunity to go back out to hunt and eat seals. And a 2-week delay in that natural process, the theory is that it's pushed these bears to exhibit their stress in a behavior that's not typical, and in that behavior, in this case, is cannibalism. John Gunter on the polar bears of Churchill, Manitoba.